COVID was a hard time for everyone. Yes, many people got sick. It was a scary and sad time. I hope it doesn't happen again. We had to stay home a lot during COVID. Yes, we couldn't go to school or work. It was difficult not seeing friends and family, but it was important to stay safe. Do you remember when everything closed? Yes, shops and restaurants were closed. It felt strange not being able to go out. We had to do everything online. Wearing masks was very important. Yes, it helped stop the virus. It was hard to get used to at first, but we all learned how to wear them. Do you remember when schools closed? Yes, we had online classes. It was strange not going to school, but the teachers tried to help us learn. We couldn't travel during COVID. Yes, flights were canceled. It was sad not being able to visit family, but we had to stay safe. Many people lost their jobs because of COVID. Yes, it was a tough time for workers. It was hard to find new jobs, but some people started working from home. Do you remember when there were no sports games? Yes, all the games were canceled. It was boring without sports to watch, but health was more important. We couldn't go to concerts or movies. Yes, all events were canceled. It was hard to stay entertained. We watched a lot of movies at home. COVID made people very worried. Yes, we were all scared of getting sick. It was a stressful time for everyone. We tried to stay calm and safe. Do you remember when we had to wash our hands a lot? Yes, we used hand sanitizer too. It was important to stay clean. It helped stop the virus from spreading. Many people got sick with COVID. Yes, hospitals were very busy. Doctors and nurses worked very hard. They were heroes during the pandemic. Do you remember when the vaccines came out? Yes, it was a big relief. People started getting vaccinated. It helped protect us from the virus. We had to keep distance from others. Yes, we stayed 6 feet apart. It was hard not to hug friends, but it was important to stop the spread. COVID was very bad for older people. Yes, they got sick more easily. We had to be extra careful around them. It was important to protect them. Do you remember when there were no toilet paper? Yes, everyone was buying it. It was funny but also serious. People were scared and bought a lot. Many people worked from home during COVID. Yes, offices were closed. It was different working at home, but it was safer than going to work. Do you remember when restaurants closed? Yes, we had to order food online. It was sad not to eat out, but we tried to cook more at home. COVID was hard for students. Yes, they couldn't go to school. Online classes were very different. It was hard to concentrate at home. Do you remember when the parks were closed? Yes, we couldn't go outside much. It was hard to exercise indoors, but we tried to stay active. Many events were canceled because of COVID. Yes, like weddings and parties. It was sad not to celebrate together, but we stayed safe at home. COVID changed our lives a lot. Yes, everything was different. We had to find new ways to have fun. It was a time of big changes. Do you remember when people made masks at home? Yes, there were not enough masks to buy. People were creative with their masks. It was nice to see people helping each other. COVID made people stay at home a lot. Yes, we had to find things to do. We played games and watched movies. It was a different way of living. Do you remember when we couldn't go on vacation? Yes, all the trips were canceled. It was sad to miss out on travel. but we stayed safe at home. COVID made it hard to visit family. Yes, we couldn't see our grandparents. It was lonely without family gatherings. We talked on the phone and video calls. Do you remember when the gyms were closed? Yes, it was hard to exercise. People tried to work out at home. It was different from going to the gym. COVID was very hard for healthcare workers. Yes, they worked long hours. They helped many people get better. They were very brave and strong. Do you remember when we had to stay in quarantine? Yes, we couldn't leave the house. It was boring and lonely, but it helped stop the virus. COVID made people very careful. Yes, we washed hands a lot. We tried to stay healthy. It was a time to be extra clean. Do you remember when there were no concerts? Yes, it was sad for music fans. Musicians did online concerts. It was different but still fun. COVID made travel very difficult. Yes, we needed tests and vaccines. It was hard to plan trips, but safety was the most important thing. Do you remember when the stores were empty? Yes, people bought all the essentials. It was hard to find things like masks and sanitizer, but we managed to get what we needed. COVID made people feel isolated. Yes, it was hard not to see friends. We missed social activities, but we found new ways to stay connected. Do you remember when we couldn't eat out? Yes, we cooked at home more. It was nice to try new recipes, but we missed restaurants. COVID made it hard for kids to play together. Yes, playgrounds were closed. Kids had to play at home. It was a tough time for families. Do you remember when people did more hobbies? Yes, they started baking and gardening. It was a good way to pass the time. People found new interests. COVID made it hard to visit the doctor. Yes, many appointments were online. It was different from going in person, but it helped keep people safe. Do you remember when everyone was worried? Yes, we were all scared of getting sick. It was hard to stay calm, but we supported each other. COVID made people more careful about health. Yes, we learned to take care of ourselves. We started eating better and exercising. It was important to stay healthy. Do you remember when everyone wore masks? Yes, it was strange at first, but we got used to it. It was a way to keep everyone safe.